We'll just do a combination of different faces.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't do that one.
Don't be silly, wrap your willy. Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. So friends, today I am joined with an unfamiliar face. So this is Ty Reynolds and he also has a YouTube channel and I will leave that linked down below. But to speak.
Hello, how are you? I'm Ty. I'm from Galway and we're going to do a juicy video.
We are doing a very juicy video. So we are basically going to be doing a sex Q&A. So I put up on my Instagram asking you guys to send in any questions you had, you know, any juicy questions if you wanted questions from a girl guy perspective, you know, point of view type thing. And you guys came through with the questions. You sent in so many questions. Like,
I'm nervous about this. I don't know what to expect. Like, yeah, I don't know what's gonna, like, I don't know, is it gonna be like dirty questions or are they going to be like just normal innocent ones, or I don't know.
There's a mixture.
There's a mixture. Okay, yeah.
There was a good few questions that were kind of more so aimed at just me per se, but like I kind of want to keep this like video as like kind of like a conversation type way. Right. So I probably will do like a part 2 to this in the future. But yes.
How many questions did you get?
Right, well I got like,
oh what? Oh god.
I'd say like the most popular question was, did it the first time hurt or was it awkward?
See, that's girl.
Yeah. That's what I mean, but I just want to answer that. Like I'd say, like, I think it completely depends. Like for me personally, I wouldn't really have said that it would have hurt, but like I think you just like have to make sure like you're very turned on and stuff type way. But like if it's a case of you not being turned on, it is probably going to hurt. So, and a lot of people are asking, do you bleed on your first time? Again, that's a girl one, but these are like really popular questions.
I'm actually curious about that as well.
Yeah. So like the only reason you bleed on your first time is because like they say, you know, when they say like you pop your cherry or your hymen, but you can pop that or you can like break your hymen yourself. Like if you're fingering yourself, you're masturbating, like you can actually do that yourself. And it
only happens once? Yeah,
it only happens once. That's why people are always asking, do you bleed on your first time?
Right.
So I didn't bleed on my first time, but some people might bleed on their second or third or fourth or fifth time, or they might bleed you know, themselves. So I think it's like each to their own. It's very different. Did you not know?
No, I actually didn't know that.
He's gonna be
I'm gonna learn so much here. Yeah.
What to do if a guy is really forward about wanting to have sex? I feel like I hardly know him.
That's a very common question, I'd say, for girls. You just kind of fucking, like from a boy's perspective. Yeah. So say if the lad is like really trying to get you to and you don't want to, then geez, you just have to tell them you don't want to, really. And if they fucking are still pushing you for it, then that's not very good. No, that's not very you should definitely like say that to someone or something like that, like, you know.
And what would you feel like if it's a case of if it was somebody you were dating, or like, you know, somebody you were probably like had gone on a number of dates with, or
and they still didn't want to,
they were just still pushing you and you didn't want to just yet.
Yeah, well it's really like a lot of that comes down to the girl, like,
I think it's a case of you just need to be very vocal about it. And you just need to talk.
You just have to tell them, and then if you're telling them you don't want to and they're still saying that they want to, then you need to either end it, basically, or just tell them to cop the fuck on or something like that, like.
Yeah, I think like if that was me, like, and I had told somebody, you know, numerous times and they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, I'd literally be like, fuck off.
Yeah, because like if that's the case, and that's probably all that they're interested in anyway. Yeah, like,
and also it shows they obviously don't have any respect for you if they're not respecting what you're telling them, that you don't want to have sex yet. So yeah. So a lot of people were asking how to make their first time having sex not so awkward.
Depends what age you are.
Yeah. Well, why does it matter what age you are?
Because if you're like over 18, then you're probably just going to get drunk and then it's not awkward.
Well, sure. Yeah. What about if you're not under the influence of alcohol?
It's supposed to be kind of awkward though, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like I think your first time is always going to have like a little bit of awkwardness to it, because
definitely. I remember I was absolutely shitting it. Yeah. And I was drunk. So it was both.
And I was under the influence.
So yeah,
I was the same. Like I was so afraid. Like, but I think most people are. Like I think if you're not a little bit nervous, because if you think about it, it's something you've never done before. Like, but
and it's a really big deal.
It is a big deal. But like I feel like a lot of the time though, like a lot of people, I feel like, who do have sex for the first time, more times than not, I feel like they do kind of end up having sex with someone else who hasn't had sex for the first time.
Yeah.
So you are both in the same boat. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that's like most of the time how it would happen. So you kind of just need to remember that you are both in the same boat. You are both a bit nervous. It is going to be a little bit awkward, but you just kind of have to laugh at it. Like I remember,
just have to embrace it. Really.
Yeah, you do. Like just embrace it. Like, and you know, just then it's done. Like it's only, you know what I mean, it's only going to be one time, and then you're going to kind of know what you're doing,
and then you're not as like nervous about it again once you realize it's not as big a deal as you actually think it is. Like,
yeah, definitely.
You know. That's this woman here for her opinion.
Yeah, she's a pharmacist. She'll know all about the STDs and all. Oh yeah, somebody asked, do guys get self-conscious before having sex?
About what?
Their body, probably.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, definitely lads get self-conscious. Even now, over the Christmas, I put on like 5 or 6 pounds. I'm like so self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
Like insanely self-conscious. Like I was like afraid to be like topless in front of a girl because it was like I do not look like I did like 2 months ago. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I think that's the thing though as well. Like I feel like girls always think it's just them who are like self-conscious or like a bit insecure or whatever, but I feel like you've got to remind yourself that so are guys. Like they feel the exact same way. Like there is no difference. So somebody goes, how do you go about dating? Seems like people just want to hook up through dating apps. Slide into DMs.
Way better.
I don't know how many times I've heard you say that.
It's always my advice in these videos. Reply to their Instagram story, slide into DM, stay chatting away to them, and then after like maybe a week max, then like you don't want to be small talking for ages. After like a week max, ask them to meet you in person. If they don't want to, that's kind of it. Like,
so you heard it from the pro.
That's the way I go about it. Like,
that's so funny.
Like there's only so long you can spend talking shit online. Like,
and what do you think about? Seems like people just want to hook up through dating apps. Like all they want to do is just
dating apps are useless. Like,
or if they just want to have, even if you do, what if you do slide into the DMs, but they just still want to have sex with you and they don't actually want to properly date?
Yeah, well, like you're not going to just meet someone for the first time and then just like ride them. Like,
yeah,
really? Yeah.
Well, some people might.
Yeah, I've honestly never ever done that.
No.
Like, I've never met a girl and for the first time and on the same day I rode them. Like,
yeah. But yeah, I'd say like going about dating, I'd say probably something similar. It's just talking to somebody, like not like get away from the dating apps, because a lot of people on dating apps are only there for one thing. Like there are some people who are genuinely looking for something serious, but a lot of people on dating apps are just looking like to have sex or whatever. So I would say like the best ways to go about it is probably, as much as I hate to admit it, what I said.
It's the best way.
Like just, you know, replying to their story, because it's a very subtle way of getting into them DMs.
Yeah, works every time.
Me and my best friend started having sex and it is amazing. Is it possible for us to not catch feelings? I'd say it would be much harder for you to not catch feelings. I'm guessing like you're a girl. Yeah, because when girls have sex, like there are certain chemicals that are released in our brain, and these chemicals are actually like what make you fall in love with someone. Like the chemicals, like it's actually like been scientifically proven. When girls have sex, there's certain, I think it's like oxytocin, or I don't know, a few chemicals that are released into our brains that like make you start to like, can make you start to fall in love with somebody, whereas that doesn't happen with guys.
Didn't know that.
Did you not know that?
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'd say it would be...
So that's why girls catch feelings first. It's sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And especially like if you're like sleeping with a girl and then, you know, after so many times sleeping with them, they're just really, you know, you're like, geez, like she really is a bit mad about me now. That's why. It's actually like a chemical reaction.
Jesus.
Yeah. Tips with Dr. Jessie B.
Yeah. That's very interesting. So yeah, it is definitely so harder for a girl, especially if you're already good friends with them.
Yeah.
That means you already really like their personality.
And you get on really well. Yeah. So I would say it would be a lot harder for you to not catch feelings. But then again, like, you know, if you kind of just like accept in your mind that these are just basically friends with benefits and it's not going to go anywhere else, and if you kind of just like, you know, put that in a little box in your brain and keep reminding yourself of it, you know what I mean, maybe you won't catch feelings, you know, if you're not expecting anything from it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But maybe if you are like best friends, I mean, just which means you get on really well
and amazing sex, like,
yeah, then maybe you should. Yeah, maybe you should.
Get married.
It sounds like maybe you should get married.
When's the wedding? What do you think about body?
No, you fucker.
Oh no.
He just spilled his monster.
Thank God I didn't drop my camera.
Oh my god!
Sorry, what was the question? Got distracted.
2 hours later. Okay, yeah, so a lot of people are asking this. What do you think about body count numbers? Should people care as much as they do? So basically, the amount of people you slept with. That's what body count numbers mean.
So the higher number, the worse, is it? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, well, like, they're saying, what do you think about body count? Like, so what do you think about the number of people you've slept with? Should people care as much as they do? Yeah, because, like, I suppose, like, the persona of it is that the more people you've slept with, the worse it is.
Yeah.
That's kind of the perception of it.
It does kind of, well, like, it does kind of tell you a small bit about the person,
yeah.
would you say? Like, if it's someone who's only been with, like, 2 or 3 people compared to someone who's been with 100 people,
yeah,
you know, they're two completely different types of people, like,
yeah,
you know, especially if it's like a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I do think, like, I feel like there is a case where it just gets a bit ridiculous. Especially just say, like, what if they're in their early 20s or something? It's like, you know, if you think about, like, how often they must have been having sex with different people to have slept with that many people.
And it depends who the people are as well. If they're, like, people who you know or, like, friends and or, like, local people or something like that, that's... But
I would say, like, on the front of you saying, like, should people care as much? Like, I do think, like, I don't like the whole, like, judgment around... kind of like when people are, you know, around how many people you've slept with. Like, I do feel like, you know, I feel like obviously, like, if you are sexually active and you are sleeping with, like, a number of different people, as long as you're being, like, safe about it and you're using protection and you're making sure you are going to get tested for STDs and stuff like that, if you are sleeping with, like, you know, a majority of people or whatever. But yeah, I feel like there shouldn't be as much judgment around it.
And then it's like a lot different for lads compared to girls as well.
No, yeah, this is actually no, don't even get me started. Like
that comes to lads, it's kind of like bragging rights, like, you know.
It actually, I can't even explain to you how much it annoys me. So it's like, right, so like a lad goes out, right, and has sex, like, oh, you're the fucking man, oh yeah, oh, you're great, oh yeah, come on. And then a girl does like, what if it's a little slow? Oh, she said, close your legs.
Yeah.
It's like... So a lot of people are asking, at what age do you think is a good age to lose your virginity?
I'd say, like, the average age is probably, like, what, like 18 or 19?
There is no good age, though.
It's kind of like, it's more like stage in your life, I'd say, than age.
Yeah.
If you get me.
Yeah, like...
You don't want to be really immature.
No.
Doing it. But at the same time, you don't want to be, like... putting it off and like it just like in the back of your head, like yeah,
making a big deal,
making a bigger deal out of it than it is. Yeah, like building it up for years and years and years, and then coming like 24, 25, and it's still in the back of your head, like, you know. Because
you're gonna make, the longer it goes on, the more of a deal it's gonna be in your head. But somebody asked me in this as well. They were like, I'm 15 and I've not lost my virginity. Is that weird? Like, this is what I mean. Oh, look at that light.
Yeah, it's actually sun. When was the last time we heard sun?
It's sunny. Somebody in this actually asked me, like, they said they were 15 and they've not lost, and what's that weird? But I think that's the thing, like, there is
15.
Yeah, so
that's not weird.
You're so young, like that. You're not even at the you know, legal age per se to lose your virginity. So yeah, if you're 15, 16, like, that's not weird. That's so normal.
So normal.
Feel weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is no good age. Like, I feel like it's more so just when you feel ready. But also, I just say, make sure you're doing it with somebody that you feel you know, very comfortable around, and you feel like you can trust, and
when you're going to be responsible about it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, you don't want to be like too young and just kind of jumping into it, not knowing what you're doing and shit like that. Like,
exactly. Know? Yeah. So I'd say as well, but just don't stress it. Like, I feel like so many people really stress it.
Yeah. Like, when you're that age, like 15, 16, you're kind of, because you haven't done it yet, you're still like thinking about it, like, oh my god,
yeah,
all this kind of shit. Just fucking, I wouldn't say, just don't stress about it.
Yeah, I'd agree. Somebody said, can you get STDs from blowjobs? Yes, you can. If you didn't know that, and you can also, like,
I didn't know that.
What age are you?
I actually didn't know that.
Jesus.
I've learned so much in this video.
It's like sex ed with Jessie.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you can. And lads can get STDs from going down on a girl.
Can a lad get an STD from a blowjob? Or just a girl?
From a mouth.
What? Whoa.
A lot of people don't know that. This is something I've actually spoken about with a lot of people, and they're always like, what? Are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. So yeah, you've got to be so careful. Like, I feel like a lot of people just think like you can only catch STDs from sex, but that's not true. Like, you can get them as well from oral, just as easy. So you've got to be careful.
Are STDs that common though anymore? Are they? Like,
yes.
Are they? Yeah. Like, I never hear of anyone getting an STD.
They're rampant.
Really?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I just spit in your direction.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're rampant.
I never hear of anyone
They're so
getting
much more
STDs.
common now than they were about 10 years ago.
Really?
But also, like, most of them are treatable.
Right.
But I feel like if, like, for girls, like, if you have just, say, certain STDs and you go so long without getting tested, it can affect your fertility and stuff. So you do just have to be very careful. And I think with certain ones, it can affect it.
Lads as well.
Lads, I think so, yeah. So you just do need to make sure you're getting tested regularly. Like, I think if you are having, like, sexually active, they recommend, like, at least once a year. Do you think everyone has a hoe phase?
No.
No.
I wouldn't say so.
I don't think so either.
No, definitely not.
I feel like
a lot of people do though.
A lot of people do. I feel like I know more people who have than haven't had a hoe phase, but I don't feel like it's something that everyone goes through. Like, I feel like there are a lot of people who would just never, that would never tickle their fancy.
Yeah, like I know I have a few friends, like just thinking about lads now, I have a good few friends who definitely have, but then I also have a good few friends who have like had the same girlfriend since they were like 13 or 14,
yes.
like, you know.
Yeah.
So they haven't, like, so it really does come down to the individual.
It's definitely a person.
Yeah, but it's definitely common.
Yeah, oh, it is. Like, there's nothing like weird or wrong.
I don't know about girls because, like, I don't have that many friends who are girls, so I wouldn't really know like what girls are like having a hoe phase and what girls aren't and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, a lot of girls definitely would have a hoe phase.
Like when they go to college or whatever, like.
Yeah. Well, I've never been to college, but yeah. We'll go with that. Do most guys literally last like 5 seconds and pay no attention to your needs, or no?
You see, I can't really speak for other guys.
Yeah. It's like, so John, he does care about the needs. Billy doesn't.
But fucking yeah, no, lads, like even like me included, you're always conscious about that. You're just like, geez, like I hope I last long enough here now. Like, this is just gonna be so shit for the girl. Like, you know. But yeah, it's definitely is like something that a lot of lads do think about when they're with a girl, is like that they don't just want to come straight away, like, you know, definitely.
And what do you think that lads actually care about the needs of a girl?
Oh, definitely, yeah, 100%. Like, it's obviously going to be better if boy and girl are both enjoying it than if it's just a lad. If you know what I mean. So definitely they do.
I feel like you know, a few people were kind of asking how, like, do fellas like do they just not care about the needs of a girl? And I feel like, as you say, like, I feel like again it comes down to the person. Like, some fellas really don't give a shit, like they're just about themselves, but then some do, like, so I feel like, you know what I mean. I feel like as well, you know, it depends on if it's just like a one night stand, they're more likely just caring about like them like having an orgasm. But whereas if it's somebody,
if it's a relationship, then that's completely different.
Or even if it's somebody you're seeing, or like your friends with benefits, like, you know what I mean. If it's somebody you're kind of seeing with more than just a once off, like, I feel like in them kind of circumstances they're gonna be more than likely gonna have an interest in
like they're not just thinking about themselves in that situation. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
I really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that, and you learned a lot.
I learned so much.
He's gonna be going over to his friends today now.
Guess what I learned today?
Did you know?
Always pee after sex.
Yes, so we also filmed a video over on Tyke's channel, and that will be linked down below, so definitely go and check that out as well, and subscribe to him while you're over there. So thank you all so very much for watching. I cannot wait to see you all in my next video, and I love you all so very much. Bye bye, friends.